the Nurses Doing GAMSAT podcast, brought to you by Thankflip GAMSAT. We're here to teach you how to smash the GAMSAT, get into medicine, and become a flippin' great doctor.
It's January, you're surrounded by holiday vibes, but if you're sitting the March GAMSAT, you are not on holidays. This is go time. Welcome back to the Nurses Doing GAMSAT podcast. I'm Dr. Tom, founder and CEO of Thankflip. And in this episode, I'm going to get to the point and I'm going to walk you through how to start your GAMSAT preparation strong in January, even if you're still on holiday mode, if you're traveling or if you're feeling overwhelmed. And I'll also show you how to improve your preparation if you've already started. And we'll do a bit of like reality checking today and some motivation to get you moving, because now is the time you need to be studying. So I'm going to give you the 3 steps to start strong, to hit the ground running, and how to make sure that you're doing the right kind of study and without waiting until February when it's too late. I'm going to talk about a few different resources. You can go to the show notes. That'll be somewhere around this, wherever you're watching this, there'll be a link to the show notes. There'll be some resources in there to help you along too. So it's January right now, and depending on when you're watching it, it's probably about 7 or less weeks before the Section 2 exam. There is enough time for you to make huge progress in your skills and in your study and in your score, but you need to study now. Right? You can't be putting it off. Even if you're traveling, I don't care. I say this to my boot campers. I don't care what you got going on in your life right now. I don't care if you're traveling, if you're working, if you've got kids, uni, whatever. You can do at least 2 hours today of GAMSAT study today. If you can do 2 to 3 hours per day, that's 15 hours over the week. And that's how much we expect our students to be doing right now. And I showed them through how to actually get that done earlier today. Now, because you don't have to be doing epic. Look, if you can put in 8 hours a day, effing do it, right? Just do it. That's what I'd be doing, right? That's what I was doing at this point before the GAMSAT when I was doing it. Because what else are you going to be doing? Sitting around playing video games? Like, come on, you want to be a doctor. So you could do, and if you want to go to the beach, do 4 solid hours beforehand in the morning, then go to the beach for a couple of hours and another 3 hours in the afternoon, in the evening. It's easily doable if you start breaking it up. So here is how to actually get your preparation moving. So if you're wondering, how do I get started? So we're at the moment, not sure when you're watching this, but we've been running a start strong process in a week with a couple of workshops and a 7-day start strong plan. If you watch this in time, you might be able to go to the links and download the different resources we have there. But the first step, if you've been studying, if you're not in our boot camp, if you're in our boot camp, you're doing different things right now. So if there's any boot camp members listening to this, make sure you read the emails I've been sending you this week, because they're going to give you the details on what to be doing. But if you're not, if you're kind of at home listening to this, doing your best, then here are the 3 steps. First one is to do a Section 1 and a Section 3 diagnostic test. We need to do that to see where you're at, where your weaknesses are, where your strengths are, so that you understand how this test actually works. You can get a Section 1 and Section 3 diagnostic test in the notes. Show notes for this, we'll give you the links in there for free. Step 2 is you need to analyze the results of that Section 1 and 3 diagnostic test. You need to look at what you got wrong and why. And it's not just, physics or I rushed it. No, we need to really hone in on what are the topics, the specific topics, and more importantly, the skills that you're lacking that caused you to get that wrong. Right, write that stuff down and then start looking for patterns. What's coming up a lot? What's not? What's a big problem for you? Now, if you're part of our Start Strong workshop series, you'll have my 7-day Start Strong plan, which gives you a spreadsheet and a tracking tool to help you figure this stuff out, and also a debrief on how to analyze these tests. And if you act quickly, you might be able to get that in the show notes. But the key there is to really pull it apart and go into the specifics, so that then it's laid out in front of you what you need to address. Because the problem is that some people often go, I need to do the GAMSAT. They spend all this time researching. Researching is not studying. And then they start reviewing all these science topics. Problem is that doesn't actually help. So we need to follow these steps. So there's 3 steps. First step was do the diagnostic test. Number 2 is analyze them in detail. And step 3 is start fixing the biggest problem areas first, right? The ones costing you the most amount of marks. And that way you're going to get the biggest bang for the effort that you put in. And you can make a lot of progress very quickly that way. That's how I would recommend you kind of get started and get rolling, whether you've been studying for a little while. It's a bit of a reality check doing this, but also if you're just starting, people are like, oh, I can't do a diagnostic test to begin with. Yes, you can. Like when you go to see a doctor, they do the diagnostics first before they start prescribing you the treatment plan. Same thing here. You need to do the diagnostics of what the problem areas are before we can put together a treatment plan for you. Now, and I really want to emphasize the importance of this time of the year in January, right now, at the start of January, when everybody else is fluffing around. Because the people that do well in March are not necessarily the ones that are the smartest, but the ones that are the most consistent, who do the work, even if they don't feel like it. There's this big misconception that you can only study when you're motivated. Most of the time, you're not going to be motivated. Most of the time, people are not feeling motivated. You reckon that a doctor who's worn out, got a family at home, whatever challenges the family's having, and a full clinic, a research, all these things going on, that they're always motivated? No, they're humans. They're going to feel like crap at times, but they still get it done. Same thing with your GAMSAT study. You don't wait till the sun, the clouds clear, it's sunny, and you're feeling perfect and you're motivated. Conditions are never perfect. You're going to feel that way maybe 10% of the time. So we need to get it done anyway, right? You need to be deliberate. You need to be purposeful with your study. You need to get it done and keep moving. And now is the time to be doing it in January, right? Not waiting till things are easier or when you get back or whatever. Today, when you're listening to this, when you stop listening to this, start studying, right? Get that diagnostic done. Review it. Start addressing the problem areas. Get moving with it, because by January, if you leave it, by February, if you leave it till then, it's probably too late for you at that point, right? Or it might not be, depending on what you do. There'll be some serious heavy lifting at that point. But look, and if you want to give yourself the best chance, start now, get it moving, and you've got the resources there in the show notes. And if you want any help with that, reach out to us. We're here to help. This is a quick one. I don't have really any more to add to that. So you got this. And if you're listening to this, later before March, look, let's have a chat with our team, and we can see what we can do. Depending on your situation, you might still be able to get a great result. I've seen it happen. I've seen stranger things happen. But if you're listening to this earlier, don't put it off. Get it done now. Get moving, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hey, I have a cool gift for you, just for listening to the Nurses Doing GAMSAT podcast. We do some of our best work in our Facebook group called, you guessed it, Nurses Doing GAMSAT. It's free to join, and every day we're sharing actionable guides, tips and tricks, and really just how to smash the exam and get into medicine. You can join today by searching Nurses Doing GAMSAT on Facebook. Thanks for listening to another episode, and I'll see you next time.